Hello, welcome to class. So I'm just going to give you a quick introduction on how to get around our class so that hopefully this can all go smoothly. So you're going to start by going to just the school's webpage, rrcc.edu here, and then you're going to click on the rock. That's going to let you log in to your dashboard, and from there you're going to click onto D2L. So this should open up your home page for all of your classes, and you're going to click on whichever class you're in. So I'm teaching two 201 classes this semester. I'm only going to make one intro video. So if you're in the accelerated class, this is you. If you're in the 15-week class, this is you. I'm going to go ahead and use the accelerated class as the one that we model just because it's my first one. But the most important thing is actually the syllabus. So what you should do when you log into your class is read the announcement that'll be up. It's not posted yet because it will go up live on the first day of class. So read that announcement. It'll have a lot of important links and things for you. But right now I'll just show you where you can find stuff. Most everything you need is going to be here in content as far as like how you figure out how to get through class goes. So the syllabus, your syllabus, will actually be in this general information module, and you will be able to link to your syllabus and the schedule. There are instructions for how you access the lockdown browser that you're going to need for your exams, some study tips that I have for you here. As far as your course materials goes, that's all going to be up here. We'll come back to that in a minute. Syllabus is the most important thing. So I made a mixed syllabus to show both classes all of this stuff that you have. So when you click on your syllabus, it's going to pop up a PDF that will show you you're either in the accelerated course that meets these times, or you're in the regular pace course that meets these times. And this is a synchronous class, which means that you're expected to be here if you're in the accelerated course Monday through Thursday during these times. Now, there's also an asynchronous component, so technically if you want to watch lecture early or late, that could work, but what will not work is if you don't make it to class by 9:30 a.m. Oh, I gotta change that. If you don't make it to class by 9:30 a.m., then you are going to miss your quiz, or your exam. So quizzes, exams, lab practicals are all locked to this class time if you're in the accelerated class, and this class time if you're in the regular pace class. So you have to show up to class to take that stuff. We'll go through more of those nitty-gritty details in a minute. So that's when we meet, how we meet. As far as contacting me goes, this is my contact information. This is my email address. You should be using my school email address and your school email address to contact me. I don't really check D2L messaging on a day-to-day basis. So if you have an important question regarding like grades or test questions or anything like that, then you can just go ahead and shoot those to me through D2L. If you have course content related questions, you can ask me those in the discussions page we'll talk about in a moment. So as you can hear in the background, I have a 4-year-old. This is working from home, and so I'm going to answer him real quick and get back to you. All right, my apologies. So as far as the synchronous component goes, I will have synchronous office hours for the accelerated class during your lab time on Thursday, and synchronous office hours for the regular pace class during your lab on Thursday. So that's how I will be available for you face-to-face. Details with how that's going to happen will be posted in your Thursday link. I'm not sure if I'm going to host those through WebEx or Zoom yet, so I'm working out the mechanics, but you'll know on Thursday. Those are not required for you, but you can come if you want. Okay, so what is required? Your textbook here, which is actually included with your course. So this is something to be aware of. Let's just bounce over here. This is kind of new, and hopefully there won't be any hiccups, but what you'll see is that in your general information tab, you have this link here, content links, and it's got this document, first day instructions, getting started, handout for mastering and my lab. That has your unique code that is going to get you into this class you paid for. So read that, it'll tell you what to do. Then what you should be able to do that should make your life real easy is just click on this next link, the My Lab and Mastering Links launch. That'll bring you to this little screen that you'll click on, and then you'll follow the instructions to log in for the first time. So after you've logged in, you should just not have to log in anymore. You should be able to, through our class and through that link, open My Lab and Mastering. That is where all of your chapter assignments are found. So that's how you're going to access those. Cool. Well, I'm going to close that out for now because there's all kinds of support for you to do that. I'm just showing you the mechanics of class. So if we come back to our general information module, we'll have some more stuff. So the next thing that's required, as you can see, is this lab kit and guide. You're purchasing a hands-on lab kit from the bookstore. In the accelerated class, I recommend that you buy both immediately because there are things in the 202 kit that are going to be required for 201. For the normal pace class, I'm still trying to figure out with my boss how to work out the things that are missing from your lab kit for you. It's not a bunch, it's just on muscles and muscle tissue. So again, just watch your daily announcements and I will notify you with the details as I have them. What you can see here is that it's got an access student enrollment link if you need it. However, you should be able to just, again, access this through our contents link in the general information module in D2L. So here we go. Here's the student registration access instructions. These are the written instructions that will help you access this, but you should be able to just click on this Getting Started link and that will link you into our lab. So those are the required materials. A textbook with Mastering A&P access is included with the cost of your course, and the lab kit, which is not, you can buy it through the bookstore, and the first couple labs are all virtual, so you should have time to have it delivered to your house before you have to start doing anything. Now, there is going to be a fetal pig and stuff that you have to dissect, a sheep brain, cow eyeball, and you will be dissecting those in your kitchen. So I have been a face-to-face teacher for many years, and one of the things that I heard a lot of students say is, oh, I tried to take this class online, and they sent me a fetal pig. And were they really expecting me to dissect a fetal pig in my kitchen? And the answer is yes, they were. You're getting credit for mammalian dissection. And I am going to make you do this dissection, but worry not, it'll be okay. It's not as complicated. We've got a lab assistant who will be dissecting in my kitchen, so she'll show you how it's done, and you will submit evidence that you've done it to the assignments tab. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Alright, so you have to be able to access Desire to Learn. You're going to log in with your student ID number. You have to have a computer with reliable internet. I find, and if you don't have one, you can rent one or borrow one or something. So you can read over all that information there. I usually like to use Firefox, which I told was going to work well, but it's given me kinks. So I've been using this one, whatever this is, the new one that comes with, what is it? I don't know, swirly face. The new one that comes with the Microsoft Office or loaded into my computers. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, for all of our quizzes and exams that are administered through D2L, you're going to be required to have this thing called the Respondus Lockdown Browser and Monitor. So there will be instructions for how to download that in the General Informations module. What that's going to do is lock down your browser so that you can't go anywhere during the test. And you're going to have a webcam, just like I do right now, that will be videotaping you. So you're going to show it your ID and your student ID to make sure it's you taking the test. You're going to do an environment check to say, oh, this is my room, there's nobody else in here. And so all of that will happen before you start your exam. That information will come up again before your first exam or before your first quiz. So next, mode of instruction. Because this is remote, everything's a little different. So it's supposed to be a face-to-face class. So remote is slightly different than an online format, and this class is not self-paced. There will be what we call synchronous or real-time components and asynchronous on your own time components. And we won't be meeting anytime on class, but I will be available for synchronous office hours every Thursday. Additionally, I'll answer your content-related questions during class time through the discussions tab in D2L. So your class time is listed at the top of your syllabus, and I will post answers during that time. So you might say, oh, well, there's this asynchronous component on my own time, so I'm going to watch the lecture at 12:30 a.m. on this day. I will be sleeping at 12:30 a.m. Well, probably not. I'll be working at 12:30 a.m. and going to sleep very shortly after. But I'm not answering questions at 12:30 a.m. I'm answering questions during class time. That's my synchronous component. So just post them there. As far as the accelerated class goes, accelerated classes are super, super challenging. As far as the regular pace class goes, this class is super challenging. Anatomy and physiology is hard. So just be aware of that. You are expected to be in class every day. For the accelerated class, you are expected to be in class every day, Monday through Thursday. So it's a lot, but you can do it. So just be aware of that. For the Tuesday, Thursday class, I expect you to be there every Tuesday and Thursday. Again, you might say, well, there's this asynchronous component. I can watch lecture whenever I want. You sure can, but your lab assignments are only available for one day. That's a synchronous component. So you better get there and be there. So just get in the habit of coming to class every day. I'll be here every day, and it'll be a just great, wonderful learning experience for all of us, almost as though we're in a real class. So what else do we need to know? Accelerated courses are challenging. Yeah, I already said that. Okay, all of your due dates. This is not a self-paced course. All of your due dates and deadlines are available in the course schedule, which can again be found in our general information module. So let's pop over there to our general information module and see that we have not only all those content links up there in the top to get us into mastering A&P and HOL, hands-on lab, but we also have our syllabus and then the schedule. So the accelerated schedule is going to run a lot faster than the normal pace schedule because we're going twice as fast. So everything that you have to do in 1 week than other classes doing in 2. But the point of me showing you this document is that it's got the dates that your quizzes are due. Online quizzes are available from the time we start the material until the due date. So online quiz 1 is available from like when we start the intro to A&P until the due date. So I would probably watch the last lecture for the day before taking the online quiz, but whatever, you've got a wide range of availability, you can see that. Okay, all of your assignments are here. Oh, the other thing I should say is that these are due by 11:59 on the day they're due. So online quiz 1 is due by 11:59 p.m. on August 25th. All right, assignments are listed in this column here, and they are also due by 11:59 p.m. on their due date. Okay, so that's kind of synchronous, kind of asynchronous. You have to have these things done on their due date, but you have until 11:59 p.m. Something that's not going to be asynchronous is your exam and your practical and your pop quizzes. Those are locked to class time, which means that for the accelerated course on August 27th, you have to be in class at 9:30 a.m. to begin your exam. All right? Make sure that you're aware of that. For the regular pace class, you can check out your schedule too, and you'll see that okay, for the regular pace class, you'll see your first exam is September 10th. Oh, that's my birthday. So you have to be in class on September 10th at 12:30 to begin your exam. All right, so that's an asynchronous component. I am requiring you to be in class for exams during class time, and that is just because I want to minimize the possibility of cheating. You guys are all going into healthcare, so hopefully you aren't cheating anyway, but it is really hard to maintain the integrity of a class and exams in an online format, so I'm just going to minimize all of the possibilities for violation of academic integrity and such by really restricting you to these specific times. So let's pop back to the syllabus, and we'll see. Again, okay, this is not self-paced. Where do I find my due dates? In the course schedule. All right, course structure and access. So all of the online material is going to be delivered through our D2L. So you'll see links to everything you need through there. Everything in theory, all of the other sites that you need to be able to get to, you should be able to link from D2L. So that's what they're telling me anyway. That's how I'm selling it to you. So what does that mean? Every day when you come to class, for the accelerated class, Monday through Thursday, for the Tuesday and for the regular pace class, you'll only really need to be there on Tuesday and Thursday, so you'll see announcements there. I'll go ahead and post your Tuesday announcement on Monday, but I'm not going to be in your class until Tuesday, okay? So just be aware of that. You need to look at these daily announcements. They're going to contain the links to the lecture or lab videos for the day and any other important information you need. So you'll see the day one announcement is a beast. There's a lot of stuff in there, but make sure you read it and make sure you do everything that's required. Okay. So this is a 30 class course requiring your daily attendance. The synchronous component of the course will require you to be in class for pop quizzes, exams, and lab practical exams. I will synchronously be available for office hours during lab time on Thursdays. The details of that will be posted in your daily announcement on Thursdays for both classes. So make sure on Thursday you come to class, everyone. For the accelerated class, it'll be in your best interest to just get in the habit of being in class at 9:30 a.m. Monday through Thursday so you don't miss any quizzes or exams. For the regular pace class, it'll be in your best interest to just get in the habit of being in class at 12:30 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You have to complete exams and lab practicals during class hours on the date posted in the class schedule. Pop quizzes are pop quizzes. That means they're not announced. They're pop quizzes. So for the accelerated class, they'll begin at 9:30 a.m. on the day of the quiz, which you won't know which it is until you're in class that day. And they will close within the hour. For the normal pace class, they will begin at 12:30 p.m. and they'll close within the hour. All of the other course material is due by 11:15 on the day that it's due. You have to complete hands-on lab activities every class period. As listed in your schedule, you'll be required to submit evidence of this to the assignments tab. So let's talk about these two things in D2L really quick. Here is your quizzes tab. And right now, all you should be able to see are the online quizzes. They're all future quizzes because I am recording this before class has started. So you'll see all of your online quizzes. Pop quizzes won't be visible. Exams will be visible because all of that stuff is administered through here. In this assignments tab, you can find where I want you to post your lab stuff for the day. So you're going to use your hands-on lab, which we linked through that getting started on the general information module, to complete all of the lab exercises, and then you're going to submit something to here every day. What am I going to submit every day, you ask? Well, look in here. You're going to click on here, and for day one, you are going to... It's going to show you what you're going to submit. I'll just tell you. What you'll do is you'll come in here, click on that, and you'll submit in a screenshot of your safety agreement and affidavit form. So let's actually see if we can bounce back here. So in your view, what you'll see when you come to your hands-on learning page is the getting started in laboratory safety. You have to complete those the first day of class, and after you do your laboratory safety thing, it's going to have you sign a waiver and safety agreement. That's what you're turning in for the first day of class for your first lab. Let's see, for the second lab is an overview of anatomy. So that's right here. And you say, okay, well, what am I supposed to turn in? Well, when you click on your lab 2 assignment, it will tell you that you are going to, let's just see it. I'll have to edit it to look at it, but it will show you that what's expected is you are submitting a screenshot of your evaluation results page. What's that? Well, you're going to do your exploration, your exercise 1, reviewing the anatomical terms, exercise 2, reviewing planes of the body, exercise 3, organ systems. Then you're going to take an evaluation, you're going to snap a screenshot of that, and you're dropping the screenshot into this assignments tab. Okay? So just be aware of that. How we got there was from looking at our syllabus. This is how we're administering our course, your course structure and access, right? Okay, so we're completing hands-on lab activities through the hands-on lab activities site, and we're giving our evidence of completion to the assignments tab in D2L. We're completing mastering A&P chapter assignments through mastering A&P and online quizzes through D2L by the date posted in the class schedule and on the websites. The other thing is that you have to participate in these weekly discussions. So this is evidence of your participation and attendance. So this can also be a great place for you to interact with your peers. Your discussion responses are due by the end of the week, which is 11:59 p.m. Sunday. The next week begins Monday, so just post those. For example, week 1 is from August 17th to August 23rd, so your response for week 1 is due by almost midnight, 11:59 p.m., August 23rd. There's not really a discussion component for your grade, but you have to participate. Why? Because I told you so. And if you do, then at the end of the semester, all of your responses will be summed up to potentially get you 30 bonus points. That can help a lot. And if at the end of the semester you're on the border between a B and an A, and you haven't participated in discussions, you're going to kick yourself in the pants for not having done discussions, because I'm not going to bump you up, especially if you weren't participating in discussions. All right, the course description tells you what we're studying. This is the first semester of anatomy and physiology. I'm going to let you read that on your own. I'm going to let you read the prerequisites and co-requisites on your own, the general pathways on your own. This stuff is important, though. If you ever ask me why is this class so hard, I'm going to say because it's a general transfer class, which means my class is as good as CU's class, as good as Regis, as Denver University, all of those. We are general transfer. You are getting a university level education for a community college price. Yay for you. All right. So, what else? Laboratory component. So you have to do lab. You are being given lab credit, and that's general transfer credit. What else? Read all that stuff. Important dates. So the last day to drop with a refund for the accelerated class is August 24th. Unfortunately, you don't have an exam until like 3 days later. So, there will be information about that in your announcement. So this is the last time to get any refund, and it's coming up quick. For the normal pace class, you have until September 2nd. Let's look at your schedule and see if you have an exam before then. You don't. So yeah, same issue. So unfortunately, you won't have an exam before then, but you should hopefully have the opportunity to complete your materials in your first online quiz before then, and that should give you a chance to decide if you want to stay. If you stick it out and pass that date, and then you come to the end of the semester and you just realize, holy cow, this is too much, I can't do it, I'm drowning, and I'm going to get an F. I don't want an F, I want a W. Then the last time you can apply for your W on your transcript for the accelerated class is September 28th. For the normal pace class, it's November 9th. Okay, academic integrity and academic dishonesty. This is really important. Read this statement. If you don't have any integrity and you're dishonest, please don't go into healthcare. Like, think about the people that you want taking care of you when you're sick and whether or not you want them cheating. The answer is no. Don't do it. Okay, you can read all that stuff more on your own. There's a syllabus insert that you can access. It's got all of the important information for who you need to contact about what and when. Look at that on D2L. Read your student handbook. I will hold you responsible for good student behavior as though you have read this. This goes over all the rules and expectations for how to behave. As far as additional course information goes, this is what's relevant to our class. So this is why I really wanted to make this video, so that you could all be aware of this. Any changes will be announced in class in a daily announcement. So if I have to change the schedule for some reason, I'll post it in an announcement and I'll update the document. I do not accept late work. So if you do not have your late work or your work turned in by midnight, don't email me the next day and say, oh, I forgot. I'm sorry, this is a college level class, then you're not allowed to forget. I mean, you are, but I'm not going to accept your late work. Okay, next. You have to be here. So I require regular attendance. How am I requiring that? By everything that's due every day. If you need help or tips for success, let me know. I actually love this stuff. Okay, you're expected to attend lecture having been prepared for the day. So you're just read your book. You're responsible for learning all the material that's covered in lecture, all of the information related to the areas that we address in lecture from the text. So some material is covered in lecture that's only addressed in lecture. You have to know that. Some material is covered in text that's only addressed in text. You have to know that. Only as it relates to what we've covered in lecture. So if there's something in the text that we haven't talked about in lecture at all, like pathology, that's not you're not responsible for that. But if I in lecture forget like one little detail about something, but it's in the text for something that you're supposed to know, you have to know that. That's what this all means. So read that over. Areas of, yeah, yep. Okay, what else? You have to read the text. So read the study tips guide, or maybe I'll just post a link to the study tips because we'll do another video. Lab. Participating in lab is essential and gives you the opportunity to work with the material in a hands-on way. You're going to purchase your at-home lab kit from the bookstore and link to the site by copying and pasting it from up above in the syllabus, or by hopefully just clicking the link in D2L. That's what they say is going to work. Every day that you're in class, so accelerated Monday through Thursday, regular pace Tuesday and Thursday, every day you're in class, you're expected to complete a lab activity unless there's not one in the schedule. And then every day you're going to submit evidence that you participated in lab that day by submitting whatever it is I ask you to in that assignments tab for every class, okay? And this sounds hard, but you can do it. NAMP is hard, but you got this. And I'm a great teacher. So I know, I may seem a little scary now, but I think you'll love me. Exams cover lecture and lab materials. So your lecture portion of the exam is 100 points. The lab practical is either worth 30 or 60 points, depending on which one we're talking about. And they are administered only on the dates in the schedule and only during class hours. If you have a documented illness or emergency, like documented, and you're going to provide me that documentation, then you can make up one exam, all right, and lab practical. If you have extenuating circumstances that prevent you from attending class, it's your responsibility to contact me to make arrangements for taking your makeup exam. If you fail to make up a missed exam or practical, fail to provide me that documentation, you're going to get a 0 for that grade. Okay, there are 4 pop quizzes throughout the semester, and they're going to follow the format of the exams. They're timed, worth 20 points, and they cannot be made up. So they start at the class, at the beginning of class, and a late arrival to class means you will fail to complete the quiz. What does that mean? That for the accelerated class, if you're not in class, Monday through Thursday, 9:30 a.m., and on one of those days I give a pop quiz, you miss it, and you get a 0. For the regular pace class, if you're not in class Tuesday and Thursday at 12:30 p.m. and there's a pop quiz, you miss it. Can't make it up. Okay, but if that happens, make sure you're participating in discussions, because those extra 30 points at the end of the semester can make up for a missed quiz. All right. Online quizzes and assignments, you already have the availability for. You already have the availability for your exams and your labs. You have the availability for everything except those pop quizzes already in your schedule, okay? So your assignments are going to be variable in points for each chapter. They're kind of predetermined by Mastering A&P, so you're going to do those assignments in Mastering A&P. Again, you should be able to link that right through that My Mastering A&P launch thing, and the assignments are already up and already ready. So one thing about that, though, is there are these other things called adaptive follow-ups. Those are not required. It might say they're required, but they're not. They're just good for your own good. If you're struggling with something, then you can take those and it'll help you really make sure you're mastering the material. And what's cool about the adaptive follow-ups is they're adaptive. So if you've mastered something, as soon as when you answer a question correctly, it's not going to keep asking questions about that topic. But if you answer something incorrectly, it will ask you about that topic and continue having you kind of review that. So it's good. They're adaptive to what you know. I realize I haven't checked at all whether this background is good, so hopefully I'm not all washed out by light and whatever. Okay, I digress. Online quizzes, same thing. They're available from the time we begin the material and to the time posted in the schedule on D2L. Grades are based on exams, lab practical exams, assignments, lab assignments, pop quizzes, online quizzes, and a cumulative final. These are where the points are coming from. You have 3 exams that are worth 100 points each, and you have a little half exam over Chapter 14 at the end of the semester. That's worth 50 points. So for regular exams, you got 350 points. You have a cumulative final worth 100 points. Okay, so total exams 450 points. Lab practical exams, your first 2 are each worth 30 points. Your third is over the skeletal and muscular system, so there's 30 points from each of those systems for a 60-point lab practical, meaning that 120 points are available from lab practical exams. So it's really important that you're doing your lab assignments so you're ready for those exams too. The cumulative final is worth 100, your 4 pop quizzes are worth 20 points each, your 6 online quizzes are worth 20 points each. You get to miss or drop 1. So only 100 points for your grade will be coming from online quizzes. Your assignments vary in points. They're 190 points. Maybe it's 191, but I'll give you that extra bonus point for your assignments. So, and then 19 labs at 10 points each for 190 points. That means that you have 1,130 points available at the end of the semester. I don't look at percentages for grades. I look at points for grades. And that's going to matter to you because you might say, oh, well, I'm at an 89%. Will you round me up? No, because I don't do points. 90% is 1,017 points. You have to get that many points to get an A in the course. So just try and get as many points on everything as you can. Do all your labs. Do all your discussions. Do all of your assignments. Do everything. And then you'll be good to go. As far as your topic schedule goes, this is the schedule for the accelerated class. All you have to do is lengthen it out. You're studying the exact same thing in the regular PACE class, but you have 15 weeks to do it. So that's the syllabus, and you can read that over. Hopefully it'll help you figure out how class works. Hopefully I helped you figure out how class works. Let's look at it again and just make sure that we're all on the same page. So you're going to hit your course home, and there will be a daily announcement. Let's go ahead and look at your announcement 1, because this is day 1 for you that you're watching this video, so I just messed that up. So yeah, just pretend it's day 1 and you're reading this announcement right now. It's got very important links for you. This welcome to our classroom. Okay, so this is what you'll see on your home page the first day of class. I'm your instructor. It's very important that you read what I write to you. I want you to read over all this stuff, but what you can see is this talks about your course materials, the Mastering A&P launch links, first day instructions, all that. Shows you how to explore D2L if you've never had an online class. This is what's going to be really important for our class. You're going to watch an introduction to class video at the link right here. I'm making that video right now. You're going to review your course syllabus right here. You're going to look at your schedule here. You're going to post introductions to the discussion page here. You're going to review all of the information in the general information module to make sure you're comfortable. You're going to watch the cells video because this introduction is long enough and working the mechanics through is long enough that I didn't want to do your intro to A&P until next class. So you'll watch you can download this PowerPoint file if you want to take notes and you're going to watch the video for your lecture at the link that I'll post here. I got to upload it to YouTube. There was an error in it. Any questions you have in class, you can click right on here and that'll bring you to this discussion page. So right here you can post a new thread and post your content related questions to this discussion page and I'll answer them during class hours. So don't post questions about exams or quizzes here, and don't post questions about grades here. Those are all email questions, okay? So as just a quick kind of overview of everything, the course homepage will have your daily announcement with your video and lab links. Your content is where you're going to find most of your stuff. After the second week of class, I'm not going to be linking to you to everything that's in your content anymore in announcements because you're college students and you can do that. So let me show you where it all is right now. General information has your course content links, and it has your syllabus, your schedule, all the general information you need to know. So your content links are here, specific to each of your classes. Your syllabus and schedule are here, specific to each of your classes. These things are not specific to your classes, so just look at those. Exam 1 materials has all of the general PowerPoints that we'll be going over for the material for Exam 1. I recommend printing those and taking notes with your hands. It's actually good for your brain to write stuff down. So those are available for you and they'll correspond to what's being presented in the videos. So, and then there's a general review here. So we've got that for all of our exams. So all of the PowerPoints are available for you. I'm not going to show you those anymore because you know that they're there. The other thing that I will show you right now is our weekly to-do lists. So our weekly to-do lists are available here, and you can click on that and it will tell you exactly what you need to do for every day. Well, mostly exactly. To do. Every week you have to read your book. Every week you have to do your chapter assignments by the due date. I'm not telling you that due date again because it's on your schedule. Every day you have to take every week you got to take your online quiz by the due date on the schedule. Every week you've got to participate in the weekly discussion by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Every week you have to ask all of your content related questions in the Teacher Helping Students to Succeed discussion page. Okay? For the accelerated, so now every week it'll tell you what you're doing. For the accelerated class on Monday, you're watching the videos linked in the announcement, you're reading your syllabus, reviewing the class schedule, you're making sure you can access all your materials, you're doing everything. You're getting started on your lab and safety activities, and you're submitting something to your lab assignments tab. This is what a normal PACE class will do on Tuesday. Okay? This is what that normal PACE class will do on Thursday. This is what the accelerated class is doing on Tuesday. This is what the normal PACE class will do next Tuesday and next Thursday. This is what the accelerated class is doing this week, okay? So you're watching your videos, you're completing your labs, you're submitting your labs to the assignment tab, okay? I'm not going to tell you that every day because I've told you it here in your weekly to-do lists. So get in the habit on Monday of just printing out your weekly to-do lists And I'm really about checking off lists, so I would just check it off as I went. Monday, I watched my Intro to Class Lab video, which is this one, and I watched my cell video, check. I read my syllabus, check. Tuesday, I watched my Intro to A&P video, check. I did my anatomy, check. I submitted my assignments, check. Okay? It's going to take a lot of really good study habits to do well in all these online classes this semester, but you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, so that's kind of everything you need. Most of the important links to class, again, are here in this content information. The general information stuff in your weekly to-do list, all of your exam materials. Okay? Discussions tab. Let's look at this. So here in your discussions tab, we have 3 forums. The Teacher Helping Students Succeed discussion, which is where you're going to post your class questions that are related to course content. Students Helping Students Succeed. This is a place that I don't really monitor. Sometimes I look in there, but this is like if you come across a video that is like really great and really funny for like learning something and you think it'll help your peers, post it here. That's the Student Helping Students Succeed page. And then this is where you will post every week by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. in the weekly discussions board. So first I'd like you to do your introductions. You can do those the first day of class or by Sunday, whatever, so that we can all meet each other. And then I'd also like you to post to your week 1 discussion specific topic, the beginning. What do you think about tissues, all that jazz for the accelerated class. For the normal pace class, your discussions will be slightly different, but just be aware of that. So yeah, those are discussions. Again, assignments has a link for all of your labs. You're going to drop the evidence that you've been participating in lab every day into there. So yes, I actually want a picture of your cow eyeball that you dissect. So that's what you'll be submitting that day. That's what we have in our assignments tab. This is not where you find your chapter assignments. Again, those are through Mastering A&P. For your quizzes, these again you'll find in your quiz tab. This is where your online quizzes are already posted. This is where I'll post your pop quizzes the day of the pop quiz, and you'll also be able to see your exams here posted as well. You'll be able to check your grades by looking at this grade book. So as far as other things to be aware of, I guess we'll just quickly look at Mastering A&P to make sure we're all cozy. Mastering A&P. So if we launch into that, what happens? This is how you're going to find your weekly assignments or your chapter assignments, and they will show you their due date. So the calendar on Mastering A&P will help you link to all of that. So you'll click on your launch page, you'll log in following all of those instructions, and then when it's time to do my assignments, I will see here, due next, Chapter 3. For the accelerated class, that's due on August 18th. It's due pretty quickly, so you have to make sure that you get in here right away. So we have a list of all of our assignments. You can see here they're already available. All the dates are updated and everything, so you should be able to click on these and complete at your leisure. So those are your chapter assignments. The assignments tab in D2L has your lab assignments. And those lab assignments, again, are going to be whatever you submit to as evidence that you participated in your hands-on lab for the day, which is also linked through those content links in the general information page. And every day on your schedule, you can see what you have to do. So, for example, when you get into histology of epithelial tissues, that you can see on your class schedule for, let's say, histology epithelial tissues. This is for the normal pace class. This is August 25th. Okay, so you'll participate in this, and then you'll do your screenshot or whatever, and you will submit that to the assignments tab. So, yeah, that I think is everything that we need to go over for our intro to class. So take a breath, take a break, then come through, make sure you can access everything, and then also watch your lecture video for the day on Chapter 3, the cells. Can't wait to meet you all. We'll have a great semester, I'm sure. Thanks for being here.